Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Chadutha, Boker Tov, Yom Tov, Zarim Tovim, and Laila Tov. Wherever you're at, I think I've got it all covered now. So we're here. We finally made it. So some technical difficulties. Both Steve and I seem to have some issues with our internet kind of going in and out. It's really interesting for us to make it to this podcast today. It's like, oh my gosh, what was that all about?
Yeah, it's been a little nuts.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Am I coming? Am I coming through loud and clear?
Yeah, you are, as your wonderful dog's licking your head. That's so sweet.
He loves doing podcasts.
Yeah, well, my cat likes to show up occasionally too.
I got one sitting next to me too.
Oh, hi, babies. That's wonderful.
Yes, my dogs are duct tape for my soul.
I understand that. I completely understand that. Well, everybody says that
But
we're
we
looking
are here.
good and we're sounded good. So,
Yeah.
right now, all is well.
So I'm getting a head massage from my dog.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, who knows? At
That's
some
all.
point, maybe my cat will come up and make his candid camera shot. I don't know. He sometimes tends to
That'd
do
be
that.
awesome.
Anyway, we got a handful of people joining us today.
Yay. We we have a lot of energies hitting the planet right now that just from my perspective are really amplifying uh, contrast, catalyst, even amplifying resonance. If you're fortunate enough to be experiencing any resonance today, that's even being amplified. My resonance is in the truck with me right now. Outside of these
Yeah,
3-4 legged critters, there's not a lot of resonance going on these days, but that's
I
okay.
comprehend. I comprehend.
But
There's not a lot of
so,
resonance going
oh,
on.
well, yeah, we are live because I'm looking at
Yes,
it.
we are. Yes, we are.
But so, sit down a minute. So, one of the things that I've just in our discussion on 2 Corinthians 3, um, and then I've watched 2 podcasts with Aubrey Marcus and Mateus De Stefano in the last couple days. And Spirit, higher self, whoever it is, has been really on me about we all with an unveiled face, 2 Corinthians 3, 17, 18, whatever it is. We all with an unveiled face, and even Dan Winter's material, we gaze into, put focused attention on something that I'm pretty sure is, well, I know it's a bad translation. Most of it is, but we gaze into the Lord's glory. Now, even to this day, I get in lots of theological conversations with people who I call cemeterians.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That
Seminary
was quite
graduates.
funny. That was quite funny.
Yeah. People who spend a lot of money on a certain perspective or hermeneutic of a bad they pay for that. But no one's been able to, what exactly is the Lord's glory? Because if it's in English, Lord is a plantation owner, Lawford. It's an English word, which means the landowner who has a bunch of serfs working for him, slaves basically. That's where the word Lord comes from. And then depending on what hermeneutic you're looking at things in, glory can mean anything from talking in tongues, the light, to gold flakes falling from the sky, to who knows what, right? Just what in the heck is the Lord's glory? What are we, because if we're supposed to be putting our focused attention on it, we better know what it is.
I agree. I
mean,
agree.
So my Brandon and I were talking about our gut, our third chakra, which gets this input from our sixth dimensional self, our higher self, 3, 6, and then 9. That's a whole nother subject. But my gut tells me from my download that the Lord's glory, I know what the word Lord is in Aramaic. It's Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Divine light.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is in Aramaic. So if we're staring into the glory of divine light, and the only understanding I have of glory is literally the presence of God, presence of the one and only being, you're probably fixing to tell me exactly what it is. But,
you know me well, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
if
gosh,
in
that's
if Dan Winter's terminology, if we're gazing into it as in a mirror, a focused attention, right, is creating vortex in charge implosion that leads to glory, one being transformed higher and experiencing one level of glory to the next, we better know what in the hell we're gazing into.
I know, right?
We better figure that out. Now, a clue is the next sentence says, which is from it ends up saying this is all from the spirit. Well, that's the unseen realm. Anyway, that's where I'm at, because the downloads are coming, whether we like it or not. I mean, a lot of people are really experiencing a lot of stuff. And I have a feeling that if we are not aware of this, the Lord's glory, if we're not focusing our attention upon this substance, entity, place, portal maybe within us, we're gonna be incoherent.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway,
well,
that's where my heart is today.
No, it's good. It's really good. I wanted to. I figured what I would do, because there's lots of verses, but I actually looked down and I skipped all the way down to the last verse of 2 Corinthians chapter 3, and I looked at it, and John Etheridge's translation reads, "But we all with disclosed faces behold the glory of the Lord as in a mirror, and into the resemblance of it are changed from brightness to brightness, as by the Lord the Spirit." So there's a lot in this one that I would like to share, and I think it's going to help us, because there's a lot. There's just such beautiful stuff in there. So if you're okay, I would love to pop over and show that, and then we can talk about that. Will that work?
Well, sure, because I like that word disclosed face, because it's
I know.
the opposite of the disclosed face is the opposite of the one
veiled
wearing a
face.
mask.
Yeah, the veiled.
Well, yeah, but also the word for wearing a mask, pretending.
Oh yeah.
Crap.
We were just talking about that the other day too, and
The
it's about being a hypocrite.
hypocrite, yeah.
Yeah, because
That would be
that's
that's the
actually an
one.
acting term. To be an
Right.
actor is to one who wears a mask. When you do the etymology, it means a hypocrite because you're not being
Right.
you. You're not you.
Correct.
So I'm going to go ahead and pop over and share this. Just to let you know, I have been looking forward to this all day to be able to be here because being able to join with everybody, especially those who are watching us there in the comment section, but also hanging out with you. I
Yes.
look forward to it so much. It's like this beautiful little sacred place that we join each other with our energies, and it's very uplifting and encouraging. Not that I've had a bad morning. My husband and I have been cleaning out our house. We're like doing spring cleaning in the first few days of winter. So we're all this morning we've been doing that, but I've been looking forward to this time to share because this is my love language. This is my love language.
Yes.
So, all right,
Me
let me go
too.
ahead and pop over and I will share. See if I can get into. Are you guys seeing my screen?
I see it.
Okay. Want to make sure.
But
Oh no. Okay. When I popped over, it didn't.
what?
But now you
Yep.
see
I
it.
didn't.
Okay. All right.
No. Hold on. Yep. Now it's up.
Okay.
I
All right.
see it
So we're
on
going to look at it. I'm going to
two
try
different
to make it a
devices.
little bigger here. Whoa, that's big, but that's probably better for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
But
That's a little too big for me, actually. I can't see everything. It's too much. I'm like, whoa. Okay, let's find a good happy medium. There we go. I think at 300% we'll be good to go. Yes.
there we go.
Yes. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay. So in looking at this, I think there's just so much. There's so much. If we are going to look at something here, let's take a look at the word disclose, because you were talking about that, disclosed faces. So where is that starting? That's right here. That's the first one that I just highlighted, would have been translated as faces. And then we have the word translated here as disclosed. This word that I highlighted right here, this is Galatha, and Galiatha. There we go. Galiatha is the root word for what we would translate as like Revelation, the book of Revelation, or the Apocalypse. It does mean to be revealed, and it's from the root Gala, but the hay has been removed, and we have etha on the end of it. Why is that important, Carrie? Why is that important? What's important is that this word, to meaning to be revealed, that which has been covered or has been hidden in secrecy, as now has been revealed the power of one who has completed this entire journey, that has become one with the unseen essence of everything, the all, the power of the all. And how did they do it? They gathered instructions that instructed their heart. So in other words, they are what you would say, they are not only in heart-brain coherence, but they're also in negentropy. They're producing their own power, and it's being revealed that they're producing their own power. So this is the of that. This is the revealing of that. As far as faces go, I find this one very interesting as well, because it has a bet added in front of it. So what is it saying? It's saying that they are being revealed from the inside out.
There's that toroid.
Yes, exactly.
I turned my camera
And
off because I'm having issues.
okay. So if we look at this portion of face right here, I love that the first two letters here, this is actually, it's it's part of a face, but it has to do with this as well. And this is in Hebrew, it comes from like flaring the nostrils of the face, which could be considered as anger. However, in this sense, it's also connected to breathing. And what were you saying before in your video earlier today about breathing in through the nose?
Mm-hmm.
Because this tells your body that you are in a state of shalom. Mouth breathing automatically gets you into a place of incoherence. It tells your body that you've entered into fight or flight. So these are people that are nose breathers, not mouth breathers. These are those that have gone on the inside, that breathe through their nose, that found the balance between the revelation of the energy essence of mother and father. And from the heart center, they speak. They speak from their heart. They don't speak from their head because they did the inside work. So those are the ones that are going to be revealed. Those are the ones that are going to be revealed. Now, as far as glory, do we want to look at the word glory here?
Well, I think Lord's glory is one thing. That is the that would be the neighbor, the object of our attention in this scripture is the Lord's glory. That's the
what I've highlighted right here. This
right.
is, that's it right here. This is
Right.
it. This would be tesh buch te tebushke. Sorry, tesh buch te damaria. That's how you would say it. I'm like butchering it because I'm like a first grader trying to pronounce these words.
It's okay.
It's all right. This is it right here. So let's take a look at the word glory here. So shabach, sheen bet het, shabach. So what is glory encompassing? What does glory encompass? We're not going to worry about the tovs on both sides yet because we're going to get to that.
Right.
The letter sheen is the fifth element. The letter sheen is the spirit fire that is within the center of our being once it gets ignited. This is the production of our own energy center. And when we have these two letters put together, this is a shortened form for the word that means turn. To turn and to settle as married. Why is that important? Well, the only way for you to really get this fire burning is by marrying the two parts of the divine masculine and the feminine together, where they come together on the inside. And this is a shortened form of the word that means to settle as married.
Right.
So already we're beginning to see more of what this glory is. When we move further into it, we have the letter that means life. At first, it was a letter that meant to separate, to be divided like a fence or a window, so you can only see. This word in its esoteric sense is the letter for life. And this is Chai, Het Yod Tov, right, which means they found life through the covenant. Well, covenant speaks of marriage. So the glory is when we are married on the inside, creating our own energy center, because we connected, the Vav's in there, we connected to it on the inside. Where does life come from? From the heart. And that is what is producing the glory from the inside out. So that's just the root form of it that has become active because the Vav was placed in the middle. It means connect, expand at the heart center. That's where we produce the glory. But to make it as a revealed, remember, because this is revealed, right? To make it as revealed, right, this is saying that you have the energy signature of both mother's completing as well as father's instruction that is being revealed. So in other words, the glory is something that is going to be uncovered in the faces of humanity that have basically done the work. And every time you touch the glory, you are making covenant with mother and father, and your signature, because it means fingerprint, it means signature, it means completion, sign, mark. So every time from glory to glory you touch it, you're emitting a frequency of both mother and father from the work that you did on the inside. And the hey means it's being revealed, it's being expressed, it's coming to fruition from the side of father, which means that the hidden aspect of yourself is now being revealed in its glory.
Well, you know what? I'm just getting this download right now.
Please share.
As you're talking about that, I'm thinking about so we're gazing upon this as not no we're no longer a hypocrite. We're no longer pretending, and we're gazing into this. Well, let's look at what Moses gave us. I'm going to get back to the Nemosa and Oreta here. I'm seeing the marriage. This is the marriage document of Oreta is what we're gazing at. That, you know, Jesus famously said, Moses gave you this because of what went down in Genesis. But in the age to come, you will not be married or given in marriage.
You won't have to because you've already done it. Yes, right. Because that is once that happens, because the type and shadow is in our external marriage. And I just want to say, I didn't know this, but my husband is peeking in on this right now. He's in the chat room. He's under Acts Fit to Lead. So Ken is joining us. He was being sneaky, which is fine. And it's actually made me smile. So you're sitting there talking about Moses, and I see my husband commenting. I'm like, oh, Ken's hanging out with us today too. Yay. That's so awesome. So hello, beautiful man of mine.
But you're talking about this revealed, this glory being revealed through this internal marriage covenant is the thing that we're gazing upon.
Yeah.
As it's a mirror.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because my husband said, oh no, laugh? He's found out. Yes, because he said, oh no, found out. Okay, I'll be serious now. He makes me smile. Yeah. Makes me blush.
No, laugh. Laugh. That raises your vibration.
It feels good. We have such wonderful people joining us today. I'm so happy you guys are here. It's beautiful. Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So continue going on, and then I'll focus, Steve. Sorry, my husband got me sidetracked.
No, I just, in my endeavor to really define that which we are gazing upon, what you just said, just totally, the Spirit did it for me. That, this makes so much sense out of what Jesus was trying to teach the people who were not getting it.
But I know.
Because of their attachment disorder to external worship, which I'm probably going to end up, I've been wanting to write a book called The United States of Attachment about this very subject, about through ego, how attached we are to external worship and what a problem that is. But
well, the thing is it just, you're not producing energy. It's like you go and you touch something and it fills you, but then you walk away from it and you lose it. And you have to keep going back to touch something when you're supposed to be producing it. It's like once you produce it, then you don't have to go touch it and take it.
Well, and it's why Jesus told the woman at the well, you got to come here every day with a bucket.
Right.
For water. I don't.
Right.
I got water coming out of my belly.
Living waters. Living waters. Yep.
Right.
You will thirst no more.
Right.
So having said
this is why I love our podcast, because I believe that his teaching was jacked with to create what I call the Caiaphas prophecy and religion that we see today. Mm-hmm. Not that that's good or bad. I think the prophecy as it had to be to end up to finish up their density, and that's all great.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're looking at these words, these crucial words, in a way that literally, it's almost like plasma, Ken. I'm talking to Ken. Ken, it's almost like plasma. When you realize what this word is, it all of a sudden, like a plasma arc, touches all these other words and all of Jesus is teaching. It's almost
Exactly.
like a plasma synapse goes. It's crazy. It's amazing. So yes, the language is amazing because of that.
Yes, exactly. So what I think I want to do is I want to go look at the word Lord right after it. If that's okay, we're going to pop
Yep.
over and show that.
Yep.
So let me get into there, get into the window so I can show. Whoa. No, I don't want to do that. Nope, we're going to go here. We're going to go entire screen, share, and then I'll go into the Peshitta. There we go. So we just showed what uncovering is, the faces that are uncovered, the glory, and through the twin marks of mother and father. So by the way, the word tome, you've heard Ken and I mention the word tome, which is the opposite of death. That is what this is. This is the twin marks of mother and father, by the way. This is the twinning process.
Mm-hmm.
This is the word that means, or the two letters that go into tome, the twins, that mean completion, where you've shattered the mirror of death. Just to let you know, I didn't say that. That's one of the reasons why the glory is there, is because you shatter the mirror of death and it loses its sting because you have both marks
There you go.
of the completion.
Yes.
And that's where the glory comes in, because death is that self-consuming, where this is life-giving. So I just dot connected there. I was like, oh yeah, that's the twins right there. Duh, Carrie. You didn't see them right there. So then when we get into Maria,
I love the twins.
I do too. So then when we get into the word for Lord, right? Here's that Maria. Here's Maria.
Mm-hmm.
But notice it's the door to the Maria. And what does the first two letters make? The word for blood. The glory is in the blood. This is all about, this is DNA language.
Yep.
Light is in the blood. Light, blood, water is congealed light. So this Maria, this expression, and again, Mem is a letter that represents blood. It also represents waters. This is either the waters of chaos or the waters of shalom. You're either generating your own energy or you are not. And it lets us know that mar is a word that means bitter. It's also the same way you spell the herb or myrrh, as in frankincense and myrrh. So it's saying there's a door that you must enter that is going to be a bitter walk at first, because you're going to have to enter into the waters of chaos, and you're going to enter in as being poor and destitute. However, through this process of the bitter walk, the power will be revealed in the oneness of the one light of the Oreta, of the infinite light that we all are, as it is being revealed in and through us. But you must go through the door to enter in. In other words, the door to enter into the blood. The door to enter into the blood is becoming flesh. That's your bitter walk. That's your bitter walk. But through the faces, because you did the inside work, you are going to be revealed as carrying that glory, because you are the glory. You are the glory of those that have risen their nature, that are going to be seen as having the power of the Oreta, of the all, the essence of the unseen that has now become the absolute. That is what is happening here.
Amazing.
Now there's more. There's definitely more.
Oh yeah.
Because as we're talking about gazing, to behold the glory, like to see, I'm going to pop in here really fast and take a look and see which one is mirror. I just want to make sure I have it. Praise, glory, Lord, Master, mirror. Well, isn't that interesting? The same root for mirror and behold is the exact same. It's the exact same, same spelling. Same spelling, mirror and behold. It's the same thing, but they're written different. I know you guys may not know the Aramaic font, but you can see how the first one has so many letters more added to it to the second one. So what is it saying? The first one is the mirror. The next one is behold. So here's our mirror right here. That's our mirror. And kazah would have been the root. Well, isn't that interesting? I'm sure probably my husband's adding a lot to this as well because he catches things that I don't. The first two letters of this is a word that means bear, but it also means to glide and to move, to glide along and move. It's connected to the bear. So
Right.
if a vet's in here, she will love this because this could be considered bear medicine. So the door to within to find the waters. Okay. The door within is where you're going to find the waters of peace or chaos. And kazah, just to let everybody know, it has the same gematria as the little letter yod. And this means to have, to see a vision. And if this is internally, because it's in the middle of the word, it's basically saying that your heart is giving you the vision of the power that you need in order to complete your journey and enter into Oreta. But you're going to have to look at it. You're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through the mirror. You're going to have to go through the mirror.
Right. Why am I feeling, for some reason, somebody's whispering to me the tent of meeting?
Huh. Yeah. Well, the tent of meeting is us, man. That's right. Us. That's the shadow.
Remember in the desert, everybody would stand at the opening of their tents and watch Moses.
Right.
Go in.
But they wouldn't go in.
Because so I guess the unveiled faces are the ones who will go in.
Exactly. And notice here, the second one I'm going to pop over here again. So the first one they said was the mirror, or sorry, let's go back. Stop. Behold. This is so good. So the first one was the mirror and the second one was the behold. Well, when we look at the behold, here's that same root. Look at this. Here's the kazah, so it's now kazea. It's here and here. But how did this one get written? Here is literally the noon. This is the literal mirror. The letter noon, as spelled noon vav noon, is the mirror. So anybody who knows the mirror tool, we are already in a perfected state. We just don't know it. So everything that we see, everything visual, is showing the areas in us that are lesser, our fallen state, the areas that we need to work on. That's why there's this fallen issue here. So this is actually showing the mirror. So really, this is the word that should be behold, and this should be mirror. I'm just saying, because here's the mirror right here. The noon, the risen noon and the fallen noon. It's interesting how they translate it. And some of those words, they always flip. In English, we're backwards from the rest of the world, the way we write things. Everything is in reverse order. But that is the mirror right there, truly. And when we get into this, now I want to show you this. Ken's going to like this. And I'm sure he already caught it, if he hasn't already said it. I'm not looking at comments, so if he said something about this, and if not, he will. Look at this. That's the word for death. This would have been translated as resemblance, as dhamma, in the likeness. In the likeness of death. But look at this. Look at this. Here is the first two letters, which is a shortened form. This is a shortened form of the word yalad, which means to beget. In other words, to be born from death into light. Did you just get that?
I did. I'm just kind of.
Is anybody else getting that?
I'm marinating on it.
Okay. So to be gotten from death to enter into one light, the oreta, the all, the essence of the unseen. So remember we were talking about Tom, the Tav, the two twins. This is actually the word Tom, but spelled in the reversed order. This is the mirror. This is Mem Vav Tav, where Tom, the twins, is Tav Vav Mem. So, in other words, these are born from death, out of death, entering into the one light, the Oreta, the essence of the unseen now being the absolute. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't look at this verse because I didn't know where Steve was going today. I was looking at Matthew 28. So I'm getting my eyes on this for the first time, and I am freaking out here.
This is why it's
This
one
is
one of
so
my. It's always been one of
amazing.
my favorites. Yeah.
Oh, this is so amazing. I got champagne going off everywhere. Ken's probably sitting in the other room going, yeah, it's a good thing I'm over there. She tends to be sloppy when she drinks her champagne. Oh, okay. So can
This
I
is
need,
this is definitely worth the drink.
oh, it's so good. So I want to move into the next word because this is, I'm looking at this going, okay, settle down, Carrie, settle down. I mean, if this wasn't big enough right here, moving into this next word though, I love this. Here we go. This is the word that means it's changed. Okay, so we look at it and we're like, okay, change, that's fine. But when you get this connected to what I'm going to share this with you, you're going to go, what? This is the same exact root word for the transfiguration of Yeshua. When it said that
Mm-hmm.
he changed in front of them, it means change, alter, and transmute. Change, alter, and transmute. This is the same root word where it says you will be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Same root.
Of an eye.
Same root. Now, why am I freaking out? Why is this so wonderful? We have the word death, mem tov, because many times it will, especially in Aramaic, it's written as mem tov. And most of the time you will see it in Hebrew as mem vav tov, right here, the mem vav tov.
Right.
But it comes, they come from the same root. This is the word for death that now has fire on the inside. So when you are begotten from death, entering into the light, you are now making your own fire on the inside. So you entered into death, but then all of a sudden you started generating your own fire from the inside. So you are going to be transformed from death. You are going to be altered and changed. Because the power has been given to you to enter in and have new flesh while you're in your flesh suit here. Here's that mirror again.
And behold,
Yes.
behold, a new creation.
Right here. And so these that are going to be transformed from glory to glory, these that are going to be transformed, they are going to be the mirror standard for everyone else. In other words, they are going to be walking around in new flesh. They are going to be completely altered and changed. They are making their own fire on the inside, and others will be seeing that. It will be a measure standard. Are you in new flesh or are you in fallen flesh? Because those who have transformed themselves will not have to speak a word. Although they found life, they have the staff of authority on the inside, they will be given the mouth to speak these revelations and to give the power of how to transform you into new flesh out of your old flesh. Isn't that incredible?
I'm still trying to get over the last word.
I know. So then when we have glory to glory, look how it was written. So we have the same word for glory. We already broke glory down. We have from glory to toward glory. So from glory to glory, once you achieve, this reminds me of when you've talked about the eye within the eye, the anana, right? Because when you look at it written, it's like ana and ana. It's two. It's been said twice. So enana, the eye within the eye. This is the glory that is within the glory. So one glory begets the next glory, but when you achieve a glory moment, you now have the staff of authority for that glory because you became it. The staff is never given to
Right.
anybody unless they have actually gone through it, have become it, and have authority due to that.
Right.
So from glory to glory, that's where we're being altered and changed. And again, it's entering into the unseen, the yoreta, the all of everything, the unseen essence of being part as one with the quantum field. Infinite potential. And, you know, I'm just going to end it up with this. I find it interesting that we have the Lord, the Spirit here.
Yeah.
Like, to have them word it this way, because we'll have like the Spirit of holiness, which is the Ruka Dakucha, Spirit of holiness, not the Holy Spirit. It's called the Spirit of holiness, Ruka Dakucha.
Right.
But now, instead of it being like the Ruka Maria, it's the Maria Ruka.
Ruka.
They totally, the Lord Spirit. What is that? Well, it's everything that we explained about what Maria was before up here. The fullness of Maria in spirit. The essence of the unseen that is everywhere, that is in the essence of everything, which is no thing at all. I don't even know if that made sense. I knew what I was talking about.
Yep.
And yes, Millie, I see you. Yes, Shakina. Yes. Yes, indeed. So I don't know how much more I want to share with that. And I don't know. I love that, Ken.
No.
Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah. I saw that too. No, I think going too much farther past this will gloss over how amazing that was. I think so. If you had to just in English, if you had to summarize what we just discovered, Ken, you can do it too in the comments. That'd be great. Summarize what we just discovered. What now we all with an unveiled face gaze into the Lord's glory as in a mirror, and we are transformed from one degree of glory to the next.
Yes.
And all the Christians go, cool. Is it time to eat yet?
Well, you know, the unfortunate part is that some of this stuff is so it's just never been spoken of before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that when this is being released, when it comes and hits you for the first time, literally you don't know what to do with it. The first thing that happens is the knee-jerk reaction is the religious ego rises up and goes, you are speaking things that are from doctrines of demons. And that's simply because it is such new information. And you brought this up actually a long time ago. Well, not relatively speaking, about how the knee-jerk reaction is that the ego ends up having its life threatened. And so it does have to defend itself. It's an automatic response. And so when we bring these things forward, if the knee-jerk reaction is in a defensive posture, then you know who is speaking. It's not the real you. It's not the essence of your being.
Well, and you just brought up something I talked to Brandon about earlier, that the only one afraid to die is the ego. That's why I encourage people to use all these tools that we're being given at the end of the age here to get free from it for even just a moment, and you'll discover, wow, I don't need to be saved. I'm not afraid to die, but that guy I just laid down outside the door is terrified of it.
Yes.
And
but here's
you get a glimpse of who.
Yes, go ahead, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, once you gaze upon once you gaze upon the thing that's afraid to die, it ceases to become your mirror.
Well,
That's
this
the
is
flip side
when,
of this.
yes, this is when I really felt within a couple weeks ago that the ego lays its life down. Because once it sees the glory of who you really are, so again, our ego is our shadow. Once it sees the glory, all it can do is lay its life down. It's kind of
Right.
that moment where it goes, aha, I see myself now. And it willingly bows itself down to get out of the way so the oreta through Miltha can flow through us. And so when I look at this, I did want to add this, that
Yes.
the very beginning of this word, this is it's a Hanan is a word that means like graciousness, but also means like I beseech thee. There's a beseeching here. There's a graciousness.
Right.
This is a word for now. So here's graciousness in the now for judging all of us who are in the flesh. This is all. This is the word for bride, and this is the word for crown. So all of humanity, all of us are the bride who are meant to receive a crown. But in our graciousness, as we are judging in our now, we are seeing ourselves in the fallen flesh nature. Our heart is meant to be instructed. But if we go within and we do the building within, the graciousness of both the mother and the father that are one with the oreta, with the all, everything that is the unseen, will begin to speak to our heart. It will begin to bring words of revelation to our heart. And that which was once hidden will be revealed as we gather and assemble what we need to instruct us at our heart level so we can grasp a hold of the power that is being given to us, holding out our hand, which is also the work that we need to do through that which is the unseen part of us, our own shadow, the areas that we don't want anybody else to see, so that we can complete the journey. We can make covenant with it. We can bring it back. We can change the frequency of our shadow and bring it into the light of Oreta, into the all of the all. This is the glory that is going to be seen, because this is carrying the mark of the mother and the mark of the father, the mark of their completion, where you vibrate to their signature frequency, and it will be revealed. It will be revealed actually through the process of your shadow, because that is where the glory is really hidden. It's that fire that is within you on the inside where you can settle and marry yourself, connecting to your heart and finding Chaya and finding life. This is done through going through the door into the waters of chaos, where it is a bitter journey. This is going to be found within your blood, the genetic coding that is going to raise you up in power from your poor and destitute state, so that you are then the full demonstration of what Oreta is, the power of the unseen. This is that which goes before you as the one, the power of your own heart as you empty out your cup, that which is yoking you and taming you. Are we good? Are we good as I keep doing this? I'm hearing you getting out of your
Yep.
car. Okay.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
one of my
I can't
dogs
see
just came up
anything.
to the front seat.
All right. I can't
No,
see anything.
and I know.
So am I good to finish? Because I'm gonna carry it
Yeah.
on through.
No, let me
So
just add something. Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
So one of the things that when you this combined with all the other stuff that's coming to the forefront and consciousness right now. So when it's just been discovered that when you flip the toroid, when you create your own energy, when you are going from one degree of glory to another within, that a group of neurons fires up in your brain that they didn't even know were there until recently. And it's a large group of neurons that when you look at it under a certain type of light appears to be a crown of thorns.
Mm. Yeah.
that this group of neurons that appears to be a crown of thorns comes to life when you flip the switch.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's just like all this stuff is just can be so overwhelming. I'll probably sit for 2 days and just meditate, marinate on what we just talked about today. I
Well,
call
that's
it
usually what
dating myself.
happens.
I'll just sit and
Yeah.
marinate.
Yeah. That's actually what happens when we go through and we look at these verses, because I now, just after all this time that I've been marinating in the language, same thing with Ken, we can go through the verse and we can go through it more rapidly than we used to, and we'll get to the end of the verse and you can't do anything else. It's just like you just beheld something that is so sacred and so beautiful that the only thing that you can do is marinate on it. I mean, it's like your body can only process so much light, because with every new revelation, the body has to shift. It literally has to reorganize itself, right? Negentropy. It
Mm-hmm.
literally has to reorganize itself out of a chaotic state that it was, because we're going from glory to glory. So you go into one glory moment, and then you have to experience, so it gets shifted, but then something else is revealed that is not quite ordered. So then the next glory is, now you've got negentropy again. So then part of the world creeps in, you get out of in your coherent state and you get into incoherence. So you got to get back into the glory moment so that you can restructure yourself. It's just, that's why the glory to glory is an ongoing process, because until the outside world matches our inward reality, we're still going to be inundated with the chaos of the world until we all find shalom within. So everything that we're purging manifests externally, which then is a prodding and poking in the external world for those who need that mirror. Does that make sense? Like, we're getting rid of chaos. It's manifesting in the world chaos. People are seeing it chaos. If you have chaos in your life, it's because the mirror of the world is reflecting that chaos back to you of what is on the inside. But if you've already got that measure of shalom, that chaos on the outside, it will not be mirrored back to you because you shattered that mirror. So we're actually helping one another by doing that and getting rid of it, being changed from glory to glory. As one glory takes us to have the staff of authority that we can assist another, we're going to be that poking and prodding until we are all revealed as such.
Perfect.
So I'm so happy that Ken's in here. I love it when he adds
Me
things.
too.
He doesn't normally join on the live streams like this. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed.
Well, I think it's a great place to land the plane for today. I think.
Oh, I do too. I do too. I don't
I
think
think it's
there's
tempting
anything
to do.
else.
Yeah, I think it's tempting to do anything. I mean, I can barely pay attention right now, I'm kind of struggling just to. I mean, I would have to go get some money out of the bank to pay attention. So.
Oh, that's
I'm kind of
good.
struggling.
I've never heard that one before. That is so good. That is so good. I love that.
I was raised in Texas, so I say stuff,
Oh, I love it. I love laughter. My husband does a good job of making me laugh. You do a great job making me laugh. Brandon does too. Oh my goodness. If it wasn't for Brandon the other night when my body was freaking out because of these energies and I was having a massive anxiety attack, which I don't normally get, his humor helped out a whole lot. My husband was sound asleep, so I couldn't have my husband help me. And so Brandon's like, "What are you still doing up?" Because it was like 10:30 at night, and I'm usually asleep by 6:30.
Oh my!
It was
That's
4 hours
way
past
past
my
my bedtime.
bedtime. Oh yeah, it was way past my bedtime, and well, technically it would have been way past Brandon's too, because if it was 10:30 my time, that's like what, 1:30 in the morning for you guys?
Yeah, I'm I'm astral traveling about that time of night.
Anyway, I thank you guys so much for joining us today. This has been wonderful. I'm glad that we were able to bust open that verse a little bit more to see what that was really saying to us.
Yes.
And we are just entering in like the time period ever. This is like why we all came, why we are here, why we showed up, so that we could facilitate on that. And it's okay, Joe, if you missed it. I'm just happy to see your lovely avatar here. You can go back and listen to it. It's only an hour. Put it on fast, two times the speed, and you'll catch up really quick.
Oh my. I've been trying
Anyway.
to turn my camera on, but it's not working. So
Well, you have very low bandwidth. You have like one bar and it's in the red. So that's probably
that's
why it's
my
not allowing you
my
to.
yeah, my wife's been telling me that for years. Lots you got low bandwidth.
All right. Well, we love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us
Yes,
this
we
week
do.
as we all shift out of low bandwidth to high bandwidth. It's been a joy to have you guys here. Love you very, very much. And shalom aleichem, chedutha, shalom, shalom, and namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Till next week.